Good morning, you lovely people. It's just gone 9 o'clock. It's already 20 degrees. It's going to be a hot one. Today I'm in the Montgomery canal, magnet fishing again. I was hoping to do a bit of metal detecting this week, but it's not come about, so I'm going to do magnet fishing again. Hopefully get some decent stuff out of this one. The bit where I am at the moment is the sort of beginning of the Montgomery, really, just prior to the locks. It connects to the Llangollen Canal, and the boats come down the locks and through this area where I'm going to go to today. It backs onto a car park, so I'm hoping that there'll be a few bits in there that people have probably thrown in. You just never know, and could find all sorts today, or nothing like last time. But there we go, that's magnet fishing for you. If you've not seen the last video ended in a catastrophe. Go and have a look at that. I lost the magnet. I did find it back. I did get it back. I lost it in respect of it came off the rope. The nut came off. What a nightmare. Go and have a look at that if it's in interest, and to see me struggling trying to get a big magnet off the side of the canal. Not funny. Was funny, but hey, we sorted it. Anyway, enough babbling. I'll see you back at the water when I get there. See you in a minute. Right then, well, we're by the canal. The issue is the canal where I was hoping to go, I'll show you in a minute when we get to the bridge here, is full of boats, so I can't get my magnet in. So I'll have a look on top of the bridge, assess the situation, and take it from there. Let's have a look. So, as you can see, there's the canal on that side, and where I was hoping to go to was just over there, but it's full of boats, so I think I might try down there, and perhaps go under the bridge that I'm standing on and try there as well and see what we get. I'll see you at the water. So here we are at the canal. Right then, first magnet of the day. Let's have a look, see how clean it is here. Oh, it's quite hard bottom. I think this is a brick bottom under the bridge. So, and hopefully not many metal sides. Like last time, if you watched the last video, I got stuck loads of times on the thing. Did we get anything on our first throw? Doesn't feel like it. Oh my goodness. Just look at all that crud. What we got? Bolt. Stick it in the bucket. Just rubbish, but lots of it. Hundreds of years of bottoms of boats clanging against the bottom. Never mind, let's try again. Bit more rope this time, I think. Not as muddy as last time, so that's a good start. Try drag and drop. See what we get. Feels very hard under there. Like I say, it might be a brick. Ooh, what did that then? I grabbed something then. Something there as well. Let's try that. Something there. Lovely day. I mean, what more could you want? There's a magnet fisher. We seem to have seem to have a magnetic shell. Or maybe it's just caught up with a bit of metal, maybe. But again, nothing exciting yet. But hey, it's a lovely day. We'll carry on. Nothing seems pretty, although there's something dragging there. I think it's just, I think that's just the amount of rubbish that's on there. Again, just boat debris. So I think I'll just go the opposite direction, just behind where you are now, and slightly wider bit of water. If not, we'll go around the corner and have a look at that. But first job, I've got to try and clean the magnet. This tiny stuff takes forever. Got to keep an eye on the bolt today, make sure that doesn't loosen, because we don't want another one like last week. Because right then, a few more here, and then we'll move around a bit. Let's have a look, see if we can got anything else. Nothing along this edge. Oop, what's that then? Got something heavy. What have we got? Nothing, just mountains of rubbish. So let's get this off, and I'll move around, try a bit more. See you in a minute. Right then, turned you around. Let's see if we can get any from this side. Let's open stretch here and see what we can get. So far, rubbish. Ooh, it feels a bit muddier there though. We'll take it round to the wider part later on. We'll just do this bit first. It looks like we've got a boat coming through in a second. Clean. Nothing on it at all. Just a bit of mud. Carry on. As I say, this is part of the Montgomery canal. This canal was a bit different to most of the others. In respect, this was built just really for transporting lime, local lime from Clanmonic and areas like that. A few old lime kilns there. We've got treasure. There we go. What we got here? We've got a horseshoe now. That will be an original horseshoe from when they used to pull the boats, and that's pretty cool. I love it. Now that hopefully will bring us some luck. Not a lot else though. But that is good. Good sign. We've got an old nail. Nothing else other than that, but we'll keep going because that's a good sign. We've got a nice little horseshoe. Lovely. I like it. And as you can see, horseshoes are very magnetic. Right, let's do it again. I like that bit. Liked it. First bit of treasure today. Right, let's try a bit further on down here. Certainly a bit muddier here. Now this canal was actually not working from about 1938, I think, something like that. Like all canals, went into disuse, wasn't used, and then they started renovating it. Originally, I think they did about 7 miles, 8 miles of it. I think now they're up to about 14, and they're carrying on. Great work by these volunteers. Hats off to them, because they are creating something very special. However, I'm not. Nothing on there. Right, a few more pulls from here, and then we'll turn around and go the opposite way. See in a minute. Right, let's have a look. Magnet fishing. It's not a clean hobby, hence deep and dirty. I mean, look at it. Right, let's try again. Excuse me. It's just the cars coming over the bridge. Oh, we've got more treasure. We have a peg. All right, finding your pants out. There we are. Nothing else. Just what's that then? That's magnetic. That's a bit interesting. What is that? I don't know. That's probably a bit of. It's very magnetic. Don't know. Maybe a bit of fencing. Maybe. You've got to be very careful when you're doing handling this. Hence the gloves. It's obviously fishermen here. They very often get the odd fishing hook, and the last one you want is one of them rusty in your finger. Right, a couple more here, and then let's try a drag and drop all the way along here, because again this is where there are more boats. Ideal spot for dropping your stuff when you're getting on and off the boats. Done it myself, which is what got me into magnet fishing to start with, really, was finding my own bits that I've dropped off my own boat. However, doesn't feel too good. Nothing clean as a whistle. Right, one more throw out there. Another drag and drop coming towards you, and then we'll move around a better spot. Nothing. Quite muddy again, a little bit clean, but at least we've got a horseshoe, and that's really cool. I'm loving that. Again, I don't think much. A few bubbles, but I think that's the mud. Nothing. Right. I'll turn you around, we'll go around to the other side, and I'll see you in a minute. Right then, let's try this other direction. Lots of people more here, as you can see the boat's on the other side, so let's have a look. More of a widening spot here, so let's have a look. And that edge is where the car park is, so you never know. A little bit deeper here as well. Again, there's a few clinks there. We've got to try and beat the horseshoe, although the horseshoe is quite a top trump at the moment. For this canal anyway. For those who don't know, the relevance for the horseshoe is before the boats were powered, they were pulled by pony. That was the former trap, and Hence why you have a path along the canals, is that the whole point of that originally was just for the horse to pull the rope, to pull the boats along the canals. They make a nice cycle path now, but originally they were for the horses, and the horseshoe we found today is off one of those horses, most definitely. It's a really old one, which is great. Lovely little bit of history for this area. Love collecting the history. I'm not really fussed. Treasure? That is treasure to me. Right then, let's have a look. Let's try again. More beeping. You'll hear probably beeping. We're right by a little humpback bridge, which is really humpy. So obviously the cars are beeping in case someone's coming the other way because you can't see. Quite getting warm now today. Not sure how much we can survive doing this today, but let's see if we can find more without having too much of a catastrophe. Have we got anything? No. Mud. Lots of mud that time. Just mud. Right then, let's try and drag and drop along this edge, because that's always a possibility along here. Sorry, might have just got you with a bit of a canal water there. And let's see what we can find along the edge. Oop, what did we get there? That's clunked on something, and lots of bubbles. There's something there. What was that? Steel, don't know, steel pin of some sort. Again, could be a piece of fence maybe, but this feels like something heavier there. Canal wash there. I'll say the canal was made or completed in, I think it was 1871, so potentially a lot of history in this mud. Just mud again. Right then, we'll carry on with the drag and drop. Oh, there's a boat coming. We'll let the boat through. Are you there? You okay? Hello. Yeah. You right there? Nice day for boating. A bit hot on there, I would imagine.
Right round here.
Slow and steady. Yeah, I've got an original horseshoe. I've just got a coin out. So we have a coin. First coin of the day. And I think it's a 10p. Let's just clean it off. It is. We are 10p richer. Boom. First coin. It's gone straight back on the magnet because I dropped it right by it. Just stick that in the bucket. And let's have a look. Anything else? Nail, but not particularly very old. Still, right, I'm going to go back down where that was because it does feel like something heavy. Police helicopter coming in low and fast. Not for me, hopefully. Not for me. Right then, let's try again. It feels like it's grabbing something there, but maybe it's just the mud. Maybe, I don't know. Let's carry on a bit further down. Not sure if that helicopter's not landing, is that low? Oh, oh no. Don't see I've got the side. We have a native side. Really low helicopter, and I've got hold of the side. I knew it could be. Right, I got it off. It's a quick one this time. Wasn't as bad as last week. Note to self, there is a bit of metal on this edge here, so just be careful as I pull it up. But I've moved you along. Just give you a change of scenery, and we'll just carry on along this edge, I think, but just trying to keep it off the edge. Right. Let's carry on. A little bit muddier here. Quite a bit of debris, not necessarily good debris. The other issue with people mooring here is we tend to get a bit of junk thrown in, which is shameful, but that's humans. Nothing yet. Just keep it away from the edge. And I'll come back towards you, and then we'll throw it out in the middle. Now we've done the side drag and drop stuff. Pretty sure there's nothing along this bottom here. Not felt it go against anything yet. What we got? Just give it a wash. Just weed. Just a few bits of rubbish. And loads of mud. Right, then let's try over there in the middle. You never know. It does feel a bit muddy there though. Again, a bit muddy. I think we're just dragging mud here. I don't think. Clean magnet. We're doing so alright so far. 10p and an original horseshoe. Happy with that so far. Better than last week. We just had bottle tops and canal side last week. Right then, let's have a look over here. Oh, sticks. And nothing. So we'll have a few more throws here, and then I think we'll move around the corner, possibly. Let's try a few throws over this direction, and then we'll move around. Glorious sunshine beating off. Not got much suntan lotion on at the moment, so not going to be able to last long in this. Ooh, what we got? I think that might have been just a stick. I don't think there's anything on it. Oh, we have a nut. Not much more than that though. Right then, let's move around. So I'll move you around. Bit of a wider hole, just wait for this boat. We've got one boat coming through, and then we'll throw it in, see what we get. It's going straight over there, so that's fine. Right then, let's have a look, see what we can get out of here. Montgomery Canal's very clean. A bit. Ooh, we had something there. That might be worth another throw in a second. Sort of caught and came off something. What have we got? Mud, I think. And you're just clean mud. We're getting dirty. Not very deep today. Bit weedy. I'll try again over there because it felt like it grabbed hold of something over there. It could have been just rocks, debris, whatever. But I think it's probably just rocks that's getting on there. It's getting a bit windy today, so hopefully you can hear me all right. No, not feeling it grab anything at the moment. No. Right then, so let's just continue the drag and drop around this corner as we go round. Don't tip over the rope pole. See what we can get around here. Well, to say disappointed, but it's not disappointing with what we've got so far. More than happy with an original. Oh, I've got the side. There we are, it comes off at least. It comes off nice and easy. But we don't want the side. But there we are, that's probably parts of the side from years ago. Nothing as of yet. On this area anyway. Oh, well, a few more throws and then we'll move around perhaps onto that far corner maybe. We'll have a look. You can see that in the video, probably in a bit of a distance, but we've got mother duck there with about 8 little ducklings. Lovely to see this time of year. And try not go near them and disturb them too much. Well, not a lot coming up from here at the moment, apart from leaves and a clip. A bit of plastic, it's good to get out. Plastic with a metal rim, which is why it's stuck to the magnet, in case you're wondering. Just thinking, plastic doesn't stick to magnets. It does if it's got metal on it. Right then, one more throw here, and then I think we'll move across to that far side over there in a second. Thing is with magnet fishing, you never know what you're going to get. Nothing, horseshoe, or rubbish. Just never know, and it's, you know, relaxing out in the sun, doing nothing too exciting really. It's lovely. Be exciting if we found some treasure, but yet to find treasure apart from horseshoes. And that's treasure. I don't think we've got anything, so I think we might move on. Let's have a look. We'll just check that we haven't got anything exciting on the end here. Get the mud off. And nothing. Right then. We'll move along and I'll see you in a minute at the next point. So, where are we now? I've just brought you up to the top of where we were 5-10 minutes ago. At the top of the locks. We were at the bottom of the locks last time. I'll probably have a walk around the locks in a minute and show you that. But at the moment, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over there, sort of that sort of bit there, to do a bit. And then what we'll do, I'm just going to, there's a little bit in front of us there, and this is the sort of the mouth of the top lock, which I'll walk you down in a second or two, but let's have a look at magnet fishing behind us for now. Right then, so we're at the little bit of a mooring space which I pointed at a second ago. We'll have a quick go here, because again, this is where boats will moor. Things get dropped, it's easy access, and also a plus sign is it looks like it's a wooden edge, which is great for me because magnets don't stick to wood. Right then, first throw here then, let's have a look. Let's see what we can get. That was a poor throw even from me. But hey, ooh, there's a few. It's either a jaggedy bottom or there's bits at the bottom there. Some lovely birds tweeting away as I'm doing this. That's one of the beauties of metal detecting in the wrong trade here. Magnet fishing. I normally do metal detecting if you don't already know. With the magnet fishing, especially on a day like today, you're out in nature, no one's bothering you, having a bit of fun, hopefully find a bit of treasure. What have we got? Ooh, not going to get rich on it, but it's like some kind of washer of something. It's very magnetic though. Throw it in the van. 1 stone. Nothing other than that, but better than mud, which we've been having a lot of in the last. What have we got there? A bit of fencing, I think. Right, let's try another one. Yeah, as I was saying, the thing I like about magnet fishing, especially on a day like today, it's just so relaxing. The stresses of work and life and stuff, you can just, you know, chill out for a bit. If you find anything, that's a bonus. If you don't, well, you've had fun anyway. And I think it's always a great hobby for families. You know, you can do it as a family group, really, as long as you're sensible with it and careful with kids around water and stuff. Which, you know, what kids don't like finding stuff? I mean, what adults don't like finding stuff, to be fair, which is why I'm doing it. Just love the what can I say? The unpredictability of it. Well, that was a big word for me. The unpredictability of it. You just don't know what you're going to find. Right, let's go and try and find a little bit over the top of that bank there. Let's go far out. And let's drag it in. See what we get. Still in quite a rural area, so I'm not expecting motorbikes and safes and that kind of thing. You never know, but it's quite a rural area, this. Not the area that you would think someone would find the time to come out and do it. Now, what we got here? Blimey. So, 1 stick covered in metal, lots of metally bits. We got another washer. Right then, let's try a few more throws over the top of there. See if we get anything else. It's getting a bit hot now, so I might call it in. I nearly fell in the canal then. That would have made a good video, wouldn't it? So I'll just do another few throws here. It's getting a bit warm, so I've put suntan lotion on to protect my old bonts, but it is really warm today. So we'll have a look. Blimey, what have we got there? We have got bits of propeller, I think. So, possibly a bit of propeller, maybe. Certainly chunks of metal. No treasure though, just rubbish out the boat. So, let's try again. A few more throws. Must get rid of all the rubbish off the side of the things, because nothing will stick. Well, it won't stick as well with all this rubbish on, so we'll get all this off. Let's try drag and drop while we're here. Always worth the drag and drop wherever you are. It's nice that they've cut the grass as well. Makes it a lot easier. Can't feel much, to be fair. It's a bit bumpy, but I think that's just stones and rocks. Onto them. Don't think it's much what we got. Bit of a hook. Right, we'll keep that on for now. We'll go back and I'll show you what we've got on. We've got a little bit of a hook on there at the moment, nothing much. Probably, obviously, off a mooring rope or something off a boat. Let's have a look, see what we get here. It's all bumpy. It's hitting stuff, but what that is, I don't know. Probably chunks of metal again by all accounts. Let's have a look. Wow, well, there you go. There's the hook I was on about. You're going a bit foggy. I think it might be the heat. So I think we'll have one more throw here, and then I'll show you the canals, and then that'll be the end of the video for today. But at least we found a horseshoe so far, and that coin. We're rich beyond our wildest dreams. If only. Right, a couple more throws now. Well, one more throw. We'll do one more throw here, and then we'll move on. Yeah, let's have a look. Here we go. Fingers crossed. Lots of boats coming through here today. With daylight today, lots of holiday makers on their hire boats, crashing into banks. To be fair, they're quite good, most of them. There we go. What's that? I think it's just a slit. I thought that was possibly a knife or something, but I think it's just a piece of rough metal. Right, I think that's it here. I think we'll go down. I'll show you a bit of the canal at the end, show you where we are, and then that'll be it. See you in a minute. Right then, back at the locks now. So just showing you where the locks are. So this is one of the middle compounds. Behind me is the two sets of locks, or the double lock. And then if I just face you forward now, so where we're going down is another couple of locks. So these locks, if you don't already know, you probably do, but these is how the boats will change level from one height to another. Hence why I've been doing a bit of magnet fishing this end, because there's a lot of traffic coming through. There's quite a few boats coming through today. On this flight, they do restrict it, and I think it's 12 a day, and that's because the Montgomery that we were on earlier is closed at one end. It's not fully open yet, so obviously if they take loads of water out of it, it goes dry, so they have to keep feeding it. So this is the middle lock here, Frankton Lock 3, and then there's two more right the way down there. And then the boats literally will come up now. Where we were early on in the video is just, where's my finger? Right at the bottom of that next lock down there. That's where we were earlier. And then we've come to the top. And there, walking back, is the other top locks. Now, there are boats waiting to come down. I can't, unfortunately, video up there because there's quite a lot of people and kids and things. So I'm not going to video up there. But at the top of, watch my finger, the top just over there is where we were last doing the magnet fishing, and that's actually on the Llangollen Canal. So we've been on two canals in one day. Woohoo! So that's me for today. I am crisp, even with suntan lotion on, muddy. Didn't get very deep, but we got dirty. I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks a lot.